Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to a new month. It's April, and I'm doing a review. I'm doing Crazy Month. Yes, this is all the movies I'm reviewing this month are going to be crazy, and we know the Mario movie is going to be crazy. So, this is a Netflix movie that aired back in it streamed back in 2019 before the pandemic. A vigilante action thriller directed by Michael Bay. Yes, the craziest movie action director that there is right now. And it's written by Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese, different writers from the Transformers movies. It stars Ryan Reynolds, yeah, so you know what it is. It's not Red Notice. Melanie Laurent, who's a gorgeous French actress. Manuel Garcia Rulfo, we'll get to him. Adria Arjona, Corey Hawkins, Ben Hardy, and Dave Franco in a cameo. Bay's first is a film he produced with his longtime business partner Ian Bryce and Skydance Davids Ellison, Dana Goldberg, and Dalton Granger. You can't see the image here, but I'll try to show it. It says there was an error. Refresh, I said. Refresh. Fuck it. I'll just show it on. I'll show it on IMDb. I'll just show it on IMDb because I want to show the poster from Six Underground. I'll show it. This is not my tablet. It's my mom's tablet. I'm just using it because my old tablet's acting up. So I'm going to get a new one for myself. Six Underground, guys. Wait, you see it? Wait, there it is. Wait, see it? That's Six Underground. It's a crazy ass movie. This movie is 2 hours and 8 minutes, so it's one of Bay's shortest films since the first Bad Boys, but it's still a little too long. 6 individuals from all around the globe, each the very best at what they do. That's debatable. Have been chosen not only for their skill, but for a unique desire to delete their past to change the future. And yeah, they go around all around the globe to, do like some heists. It is shot very competently, and the first 15 minutes are freaking nuts, man. It's a chase scene in a cab for 15 minutes with Arjona Reynolds and Melanie Laurent, and also, there's good and bad in the movie. The action's really good. It's bloody R-rated violence, and there's no holding back. So you get your R rating, and you get a ton of blood and skin. And Ryan Reynolds is hilarious, like always. He's always good. At a budget of $150 million, this is the second most expensive film ever produced by Netflix. But the money's on screen. You're not going to get shitty CGI here. It looks good. Following Scorsese's The Irishman, which is $175 million, and then you had Red Notice, which is about $200 million. So the budgets for these movies balloon up, but it does look good on a streaming service. It looks great. I saw this on my TV upstairs. Reynolds is funny. He's charismatic. He's always been a good lead in most stuff that he's in. He'll occasionally make a slip up like Green Lantern or R.I.P.D., but here he's really fun. Melanie is gorgeous. She's an interesting character. She's an active character. The character I don't like is the Mexican guy. I think he's annoying. Manuel Rulfo is really annoying. Bay gives him some of the worst dialogue in the movie because he's like spitting out a bunch of one-liners that were done better when they were spat out before. Like, we don't need no stinking badges, and I'm your father, and all that. It's dumb. Like, they make him the dumbest character in the movie. And while it is a dumb movie for what it is, he's still too much. Like, he's overbearing sometimes. Ben Hardy as Four, he's the British guy. He's the British guy that thinks he's Spider-Man. He's basically like a discount Tom Holland. I don't care for him either, but like I said, he's just there. Adria Arjona, she's better here than in Morbius, but she still doesn't draw me in. Like, I prefer Isaac Gonzalez. She's way better looking, and also she doesn't speak Spanish as much as Arjona does. Dave Franco is at number 6. He's fun in the movie. For what he has to do, he has to cab drive Ryan Reynolds and the rest of the cast, and then he dies. So there's going to be spoilers here. Corey Hawkins was good as the black guy, number 7. He's good in the film. I thought he's somebody different. It wasn't just, Tyrese Gibson again or The Rock or anything. It was somebody different. I thought he did the good with what he's doing. Melanie Laurent is gorgeous in the movie. You get to see her in her undies and it's very sexy lingerie, so that's nothing to complain about there. The villain is all right. Nothing great. Lior Raz as Rovach Alamov, he's fine. He does this. He's the foreign scumbag that they have to take down. Dictator, he's oppressing this country, this Middle Eastern country, and Ryan Reynolds and the rest of them have to stop him. That's basically the plot. It's not going to, win any awards. If you're looking for something crazy on Netflix that you haven't seen, this is definitely for you. It is a little bit too long. There's some subplots here that could have been cut out. This guy's an Israel. He's a Jewish actor. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know he was Jewish. I thought it was like Russian or something, or Scandinavian. But Gal is definitely a better actor than him. He's from Jerusalem. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And considering Easter's in a couple of days, yeah, that's weird. But it is what it is. And I think the movie's very entertaining. It's very stimulating. It's never boring. There's just some subplots that could have been cut out. Or the scenes where Manuel's trying to have his way with her. I mean, as a man, I get that he has needs, but I just don't see them as a couple. I prefer Ryan Reynolds with her. That would have been much better. It'd be predictable, but they have to give the Spanish guy, closure because they're like, oh, he has to get the girl. They had to wear masks and things. This film has a pretty decent soundtrack. It's better than the one in Ambulance. That one, the soundtrack sucked. It's shorter than Ambulance. It's under 2 hours. Without the end credits, it's about an hour 55. So I appreciate it being under 2 hours, but there's things that could have been cut, or characters that could have been cut entirely. Mainly this Mexican guy. He's just there. He's a light-skinned Mexican guy. It's like a Mexican Gerard Butler. And also Ben Hardy. If you cut them out of the movie, it'd be like an hour and 45. But let's face it, Michael Bay is not a subtle director. He's been crazy ever since he did Bad Boys. And even that, while it was not as crazy back then, because it was 95, you had a skinny Martin Lawrence and Will Smith in his prime, not slapping people. Here, it's just, it goes completely off the rocker. But it's not overly long. It's not freaking Transformers Age of Extinction or Last Night or Dark of the Moon where they just extend themselves way too long. And I'm like, please just cut this in half. I clocked it. Age of Extinction without the end credits is 2 hours and 37 minutes. I'm like, good freaking God, please cut this in half. You don't need a movie to be that long. Not every movie nowadays needs to be 2.5 hours. Because when you do that, you're just boring the audience to death. Or 3 hours. You don't need that. Babylon, Way of Water. You can cut the running time in half. Or at least a third of it. Make it 2 hours. You don't need the extra 30 minutes or hour. If the end credits are long, fine. But don't make the movie that long, please. This wasn't a drag to get through. It came out on December 10th, 2019. I didn't see it till this year. I was biding my time. And no, Josh, I don't hate Arjona. I just think that she should pick better scripts and learn from Isa Gonzalez. Because I enjoyed in Ambulance, Godzilla vs. Kong for the little screen time she had in Baby Driver. She has a better batting average. Even Anna Taylor-Joy is going to blow up this year compared to Arjona because she didn't do the worst movie of 2022. Ooh, I'm still recovering from that. Morbius was atrocious. This was at least fun. It knew what it was. It was not trying to win awards. And it's still better than Venom 2. Or the first Venom. Or Bay's recent stuff that he's done. I mean, Ambulance, I'm going to get to that one. But this one is one of his better films. It's a good film. Not a great film. But a good one. It's one that's watchable. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 36%. They don't know what they're talking about. They're the same assholes that gave a Rotten to both Shazam 2 and Quantumania. And those are not bad sequels. This isn't Eternals. Any movie that's better than Eternals is a win for me. It's an easy out. Let's see what they said about this movie. They said, it's incoherent. I'm like, it's not meant to win awards, guys. It's just a movie. Six Underground is loud, frenetic, and finally preposterous. Of course it is. It's an action movie. I'm not expecting it's an action comedy with crazy shit, which is either bad news or a hearty recommendation, depending on how one feels about the movies of Michael Bay. Here, I can take it. It's still better than, freaking the Transformer sequels, which go on way too long, and they could be a third of the running time shorter. And this movie at least gave me what I wanted. It was a Saturday. I had nothing to do. I had nothing to watch, so I'm like, just put Six Underground. And I liked it. For what it was, it could have been a lot worse. That's my review of Six Underground. Like I said, the running time is a bit long, cut some subplots, and cut 2 characters. Just 2. That's good enough. The women, you can keep them. They serve their purpose. And the action's good, and Ryan Reynolds is a good lead. So take that for what you will and see it for yourself if you have Netflix. Thanks for watching. Take care. And I'll see you guys in the next crazy review.